morning everybody, and welcome to my new studio space. I have cleared the Wendy and turned it into a room where I can do massage and do these classes, so I'm very excited about it. Still haven't quite got the light right. It is rainy and cold outside, so it's pretty dark. I think with sunshine it'll be a lot more lighter, but I do have lights on. So while I'm here in front of you, it's a bit shadowed, but when I go back there, I'll be under the spotlight and it'll be clearer. What else did I want to say? Just very grateful for this rain. I am. I have to say it again, I live in the most beautiful place that I've ever been. This farm is magnificent and I feel very blessed. As spring approaches and all the flowers bloom, I'm going to have to close this door because the view from where I'm sitting right now is of my mountain, and it's just full of life. My little birds and flowers, purple, yellow floxies, and the bottleboom are just fat and green, and it's a bit distracting. So I'm actually going to close this door and block out nature because she's just like calling me from the side. So hold on. Okay, so that'll make it a little bit darker in front here, but I'm going to get up and work in the back, so that's fine. As I said, this is an experiment in the new space. With my computer, I need like 4 meters to get my whole body in and lying down and standing up. I don't have a specialized camera, so I've just got it in this Wendy. It's 4x3, which makes it perfect. Anyway, welcome to Essences Pilates and Healing Studio per Wendy House. And in fact, my Essences group, we built this together. If you remember, you all very generously paid me for months in advance so that I could build this for my son. Well, my mother was living with me. She's now moved out. Matt's in my room. And you now have a studio. So thank you so much for that. I remain very grateful for how that whole process worked. Right, enough of that. I'm going to move this up and I'm going to start working. All right, here we go. That looks good, and I think the sound will be better too because it's closed in and it's we'll see how it works out. Standing feet hip width apart. I have got a heater on. It's amazing how quickly it's warming up, so I might zip over there and turn that off in a few minutes. I am wearing sweatpants, and before we start exercising, let's do toe raises while we're just talking this through. I'm 45. I turned 46 in a week, in 11 days, and I've just discovered sweatpants. Now, I know there's a joke that's always going around about living in sweatpants. Well, I totally understand it. These guys are so comfortable and warm. I have to put them in my cupboard and leave them there, and so I absolutely need to wear them for class because the temptation is to live in them. So I totally forgive and understand and act with compassion anybody that lives in sweatpants. I get it. Alright, toe raises, going up onto the toes, lifting those heels up and heels down. Thank you, Skulk. I have a wall now and I get to see why you lean on the wall. Up on the toes, heels down. I've been doing this a lot this week. It's only Tuesday, so yesterday, and I can feel it in my calves. Alright, if you need to hold on to something, do. What we're going to do is we're going to go up into full elevation, and we're going to keep those hips nice and strong, the one leg straight, and we're going to push the one hip down, so we've got this, like really, that leg straight, this hip is pulling down, and then we're going to go back up to full extension off the heels, and then drop the left hip down, keeping this leg straight. Drop the left heel, press the left heel up, and press that right heel down. Whew. I'm feeling it in the calf, and I'm feeling it in the pelvis as I adjust. Okay, so this is being pushed right up here as I drop that heel down. Elevate both, and press the right heel down. Keep the upper body relaxed. lengthening up, and left heel down. Really pushing into this hip, lifting and right heel down, lifting, left heel down. If we could see this from the back, what you would see was a very beautiful mobility, articulation around the lumbar area of the spine, giving way to the left, straightening out, giving way to the right as that hip's pushed, so you're kind of wagging. Upper body staying nice and straight, so you're really bringing that tailbone area into mobility. Up and right heel down. Notice I'm not leaning to one side. My upper body staying centered. Left heel down. Keeping the tummy muscles engaged, shoulders down, long back of the neck. Levitating and right heel down. Starting to feel the work here. And left heel down. Also, while we're doing this, remember to keep that alignment on the feet nice and straight. So when you go up, it's no excuse to now push those heels out or turn them in or the ankles falling out. Where were we? Right heel down. Whew. I'm feeling very tired in the leg now. And left heel down. We're going to do 3 more sets. Both heels up. Right heel down. Whew, feeling it here. And left heel down. If you feel like your calves are going to cramp, then just stretch out a bit. We're going to do 2 more. Right heel down. Lifting. Left heel down. And lifting. Last one. Right heel down. Whew. And left heel. Oh, and I'm stepping out of it. Goodness. Wow. Okay, so yesterday I was working, Erica and I were doing a whole lot of these kind of exercises. The next one we're going to do. And she was saying how she's never felt her feet work so hard before. And I love work. You know I love working with the feet, guys. You know I do. Because it's a foundation. You know, you build your house upon a rock. And the feet are those foundation for the rest of the body to be able to adjust and straighten out. Okay, so moving on. Again, you're welcome to use a support for balance. Otherwise, just do it with balance on your own. Feet hip width apart. We're going to bend the knees and we're keeping the body upright. I've got a fly in here. Shame, it's really panicking because it can't find a way out. Alright, bend the knees. Make sure when you bend your knees that you're not tucking the hips under, pushing the knees out sideways, and you're also not leaning forward, sticking the bum out. Okay, upper body stays completely centered and we just bend the knees so they're going forward. Heels stay planted on the ground. Shoulders are open, long back of the neck, tummy is engaged. Alright, you can't see my ankles because I'm wearing sweatpants. You're not allowed to wear sweatpants in my class. I want to see those muscles working. Alright, no baggies allowed. Alright, so from this point, you're going to peel the heels off and push the knees forward. We've done this before, but what I want you to notice is that my height is not changing. Okay, I'm just peeling the heels off the ground, pushing those knees forward, balancing on my toe tips, and then I'm going to straighten up the legs and then drop those heels down, keeping the pressure on the outside of the heels. I'm going to turn this heat off. Goodness me. What a nice economical space. Right, here we go. Bending the knees, scooping those tummy, shoulders back. Peel the heels off the ground. Nice work on the quadriceps. Lengthen up the body and heels down. We're going to do 8. Number 3. Bending at the knees, peeling the legs forward, lengthening up and keeping that nice straight foot parallel. Number 4. Watch that the knees are straight forward, not buckling. Heels off the ground, nice alignment on the feet, lengthening up the body and heels down. 5. Peeling, lengthening, heels down. 6. It's a nice stretch in the calf muscles. Make sure your chin hasn't lifted. Peeling the heels off, lengthening up and heels down. 7. Bend the knees. Bend as far as you can, keeping the heels on the ground. So take that bend as deep as you can. Okay? Peeling the heels off, lengthening up, heels down. 7. Bending at the knees, keeping them nice and parallel, lengthening up and heels down. And number 8, we do 8 or 12 today. How do we feel? Let's do 12. Peel, lengthen, drop. 9, bend at the knees, peel the heels off, straighten the legs and drop down. 10, sinking in, keep that shape, peel those heels off, knees going forward, lengthen up, heels down. And then just straighten up the body, don't allow the sagging to happen. Number 11, peel the heels off, whoopsie, lengthen up and heels down. When the body gets tired, specifically my toes are getting a bit tired, balance starts to become an issue. But luckily this is the last one. So knees bending, and let's just hold that knee bend position. Shoulders open, long back of the neck. Peel those knees forward. Keep that balance. Tummy in. Press up and heels down. Great stuff. Shake those legs out. Woo. Now I'm opening a window. I haven't spent this much time in here, so I'm getting used to it. Right, now we're going to change direction on that. We're going to do it backwards. Okay, so we're going to go up onto the toes. A bit more balance issues. Bend those knees forward. Press the heels down and stand up. So this one is really tricky with keeping alignment. Alright, especially if when you go up on your toes, if you haven't mastered the alignment of the feet, if you're still turning the knees out and pulling the heels into midline, or if your ankles are flaring, okay, you really need to get that into a nice straight line before this is going to be mastered. Because when you bend your knees, you've got to maintain my balance, for one thing. Okay, wait. Focus. Okay, here we go. Up onto the toes. When you bend your knees, you don't want to lean forward, you don't want to tuck your bum under, you don't want to stick it out, you want to maintain that upright body. And you want to only bend so much is that you can maintain it pushing the heels down. Okay, I feel the tension in the front of my ankles. I feel the tension in my lower back, and I'm going to straighten up. And around the knees. It takes a few times to get that into shape. Why am I so breathless today? Alright, number 2, going up onto the toes. First get your balance, no falling around. Get the alignment, and now sink from the knees. Press the heels down and standing up. If you need to hold on to something, rather hold on to something and keep that alignment. It's no use you falling all over the place and there's no purpose to the exercise, okay? You want to get to a point where you can balance, but if you can't balance, use the support. Alright, number 4. Up onto the toes. Tummy in, shoulders back, long neck. Bend those knees forward. Make sure when you bend those knees, they're not going out sideways or knocking. Heels dropping down and sitting, standing up straight. Number 5, up onto the toes. Bend those knees. Press the heels down. Watch those knees and the alignment and stand up. Number 6. Number 6. Knees bending. Heels down. Standing up. Whew. Number 7. Did I say 8 or 12? Bend at the knees. Tummy in, shoulders back, long neck. Press the heels down and standing up. Number 8. Up we go. Bend those knees. Press those heels down and standing up. Number 9. Toe. Oopsie. Knees. Heels. Straighten up. 10. Lengthen up into the toes. Watch your alignments. Bend those knees. Heels down. Standing up. Ooh, I'm lucky I've got a soft surface here. If you're working on a cement floor with the mat, you might find that the soles of your feet are starting to get a little tender. You do need a little bit of comfort under there. Not shoes, but double foam, maybe fold your mat twice. Number 11. We're almost done, so just stay with me. Don't fall over. There we go. Whoopsie. Bend at the knees. Keep your body upright. Tummy in, shoulders back. Heels down and straightening up. Wow, those feet. Last one. Number 12. Up into toes. Knees bending. Press those heels down and straighten up. Oh, shake it out. Divine. I'm going to just fold my toes under my feet to stretch the front of my feet a bit. And we're going to do some toe circles. So, again, the balance is great. If you can't balance, use a chair. Right foot's off the ground, and we're going to circle that foot just to relax all those muscles that have worked so hard. Circling. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and changing direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Great stuff. Change legs, left leg up, lengthen up the body, support, and here we go, circling around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Change direction. 2, straighten up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Great. And we're going to stretch out the legs. So we're going to do a lunge. Lunging forward with that right leg. Hands on the right knee. Left leg stretched out behind you and pressing back on that heel so you get a nice extension. Make sure this knee doesn't go in front of the foot. Keep it slightly back of the foot so you're not putting too much pressure on the knees. Stretching and release. Left leg forward and a nice lunge. Get the body nice and straight, shoulders down and back. Make sure that foot isn't turned out or the knee isn't turned out. It's directly in line. Lunging forward on that left knee. Make sure it hasn't fallen into midline or fallen out. It's directly in front of the hip and behind the foot. Nice. Push that right heel back. Good. And up we go. All right. Those legs feel like they've worked. All right. Let's take the arms overhead and stretch the right side and stretch the left side and stretch. Sorry, I'm off the camera there. Right side and left side. Open the legs up and you're going to roll forward. Keep your ears tucked into your arms and hang. Relax the arms and the head and curl up. Good. 2 more stretches, one with right leg over left. My favorite, curling forward and hang. And my dogs have found me. They can't come in here. It's a dog-free zone. They're like, what do you mean, dog-free zone? Curling forward, left leg's in front of right, and hanging. Good. All right. So, just to shake out the legs, what we're going to do next is a bit of a cardio. Arms overhead, and we're going to pull the arms down to get the right leg up, and then the left leg. Stretching overhead, right leg up, stretch, left knee up. Stretch overhead, bring the right knee up. I'm going quite wide, and I'm going really slow. Okay, I'm definitely not a, what do you call them, a gym bunny. I see no need to jump around like a mad thing, unless I'm doing kickboxing, which is a different persona. But this one is slow and steady. Arms overhead, left knee to chest. Arms overhead, right knee to chest. Arms, pull down, stretch, pull down, stretch, pull down. I'm going to do 12 sets. Right knee and left knee. Nice and slow. 2, extend. Left leg, stretch, tummy muscles in. 3, keep a bit of a pause as the knee comes up. Elbows tuck into the body. 4, 5 with the right knee. Come center. 6, I don't know why I've got no breath today. Anyway. 7, extend, lift. 8, arms overhead, change. And 9, you'll start feeling warm shoulders soon. 10, 11, stretch, and 12. Woo. And again, roll forward and hang your arms. And curl up. Alright, that's a nice little cardio warm-up. All good. Don't panic, I'm fine. Alright, so now you take your legs wide again. We are doing Pilates today, everybody. Don't panic, this is not aerobics. We're working on the shoulders. So the hands are coming up. Elbows are tucked into the side of the body, fingers pointing to the ceiling. You're going to turn the body and press away with the one arm. Bring it back, turn and press, extending through the shoulder. One leg's kind of straight, one leg's bent. Don't worry about your legs too much. As long as you're getting that extension from the shoulder. Pull the fingers back so you get a real lengthening. Okay? Your legs can turn, it's fine, as long as your head and core are centered. Okay, I'm not leaning forward and I'm not leaning back. Ready. 1, stretch, pull it back. Stretch, keep your fingers pulling back. 2, I shouldn't have mentioned kickboxing, hey? Stretch, bring it back, shoulders down. 3, and back. And 4, extend, keep the tummy engaged. 5, whew, I can feel the warmth in my palm now. 6, there should be a real resistance here doing this movement. Okay, I feel really tight. And back. 7. You'll notice when I'm on this side, my shoulders are squared to 90 degrees to my body. I'm not leaning back, I'm not leaning forward. I'm centered. One arm in, one arm out. Back to center. 10. Center. Extend. Keep the shoulders down. 11. Extend. And 12. And release those arms. Good job. Woo. Alright, we're going to just do side bends just to release that. So you take your legs wide and you're going to bend the knees. There's a problem with sweatpants. They don't really stretch. Okay, so I'm centered over my coccyx here. Knees are bent, nice and strong. I'm sliding down onto my elbow on the right knee. Left arm's coming over and I'm stretching across the body. Okay, the shoulders are underneath each other. They're not twisted. And back to center, over to the left. Over to center and over to the right. Keep that nice bend on the core tight. Don't lean forward. Keep yourself centered over the middle of your body. Oh, my knees, my thighs. I'm going to do 2 more. Tummy in, right and left. Oh, my legs. Right. Oh, and left. And, oh, goodness me. Turn the toes in and hang. Nice one. All right, I'm going to just turn my camera down a bit now so we can work on the floor. It looks good. Whew, okay. And then we're going to do... I'm going to do 5 roll-ups. So sitting legs extended out in front of you. Nice strong back, chin tucked in. Shoulders down and back, tummy scooped in. Breathe in. Keep the feet flexed as you roll down. Curling, curling, curling. Arms overhead, toes pointed. First one's going to be a panacook. Breathe in. Exhale. Forward. Don't let your knees turn. Keep them facing to the ceiling and reaching forward. Good. Sit up tall, flex your feet. Shoulders down and back. Nice spine. And curling down. Out breath. Arms overhead. Point the toes. Make sure those knees are facing the ceiling, not falling out. Extend those toes. Really point them. Breathe in. Those shoulders around, away from your ears. Exhaling. Curling, curling, curling. And just that change in my shoulders made a very big difference. Reaching forward. Flex the feet, sit up tall. And down we go. Number 3. Arms overhead. Walking out of my sweats. Breathe in. And exhale. Curling, curling. Chin tucked in. Reaching for the toes. And sit up tall. Flex your feet. Number 4. Breathing out. Curling. Toes pointed, knees turned into the ceiling. Breathe in. Get those stomach muscles tight. And up we go. Chin tucked in, top of the head, reaching towards the toes. Reaching. And sitting up tall, flexing the feet. Last one. And down we go. Arms overhead. Toes pointed. Breathe in. And exhale. Curling. Forward and release. Nicely done. Okay, so I'm going to stay side on here for you so you can see the work. You're going to flex your feet, keep those really flexed, and make sure the toes are pointing up to the ceiling, that they're not turned out or falling in. And keep the tension of the underside of the leg, so keep pressing that heel away and keep the spine lengthened up towards the ceiling. Try not to lengthen that way. You want to get it straight up to the ceiling. Ribs are pulled down and in. Okay, ribs are contracting towards the hip bone. Arms are going to go overhead, so you're going to keep the mobility of the spine. You're going to keep it nice and strong and take the arms overhead. Don't shorten the shoulders. Okay, keep the shoulders. I'm going to go this way. Keep those shoulders pulling away from the ears. Okay, and arms go forward. Let me get myself centered here. All right, so toes are pulling back, long back of the neck. Lengthened up spine, hands are shoulder width apart, taking the overhead. Make sure that your chin doesn't jut forward, okay? And arms forward, shoulders back, long neck. Breathe in, lengthen up that spine, exhale, scooping in the tummy muscles, shoulders pulled down, lengthened up the spine as high as you can get yourself, lengthen through the spine. Breathe in, bring the arms forward, shoulders down, and exhale. Contracting those ribs, lengthening the spine. How many did we do now? 3. Goodness me. Get strong. Breathe in and exhale. Strong spine, arms reaching and forward. Number 5. Watch that head coming forward. As you're taking the arms over, you're keeping the lats engaged. You keep pulling your shoulders down. So there's a strong resistance here in the bicep. Okay, it shouldn't be easy. It shouldn't just swing like a loose ball in the wind. Okay, I can do this, no problem. There's nothing happening. There's no extension, there's no work. I will flop down. So you really want to cause a resistance. So you're lengthening up that spine off the tailbone, keeping the tummy muscles engaged as you breathe out, pulling the shoulders down and then extending the arms up. I want space between your ears, not on the inside, that can be brain, but on the outside. Okay, and resist that feeling. Feel that tightness in the shoulders. Don't let the arms bend too much either. You want them nice and strong, as straight as allowed. Okay, but not that you let go tension to straighten them. You see the difference. Pulling down tension. Arms forward. Number 7. Breathe in. Don't forget the toes. Heels pushing away. up, arms overhead, with the exhale, scooping in the tummy, shoulders pulling down, elbows lengthening, knees lengthening, heels lengthening, top of the head lengthening. What a beautiful right angle you make. Arms forward. Let's do 2 more. Was it that 9? Was that 10? Arms overhead, lengthening, shortening the shoulders down, toes pulling back, and forward. My shoulders are on fire. Okay, last one. And to end, just drop your arms forward, slump the body, chin tucked in, and reach for the toes. Nice. I've got into the habit when I reach forward is to actually keep a little bit of engagement on my shoulders. So instead of just reaching forward like this, I try and keep those lats engaged. So there's not as much reach going, it would have gone further this way. Engaged shoulders, disengaged. Engaged shoulders, reaching for my toes, disengaged, blocking my ears. So you want to keep a little bit of shoulder pulling back here, even in this extension, because we're training our shoulders to be really strong. Okay, that's just stretching the muscles in the scapula. This is contracting them and strengthening them. All right, enough of that. We're going to just loosen up those shoulders now, because mine actually feel like Popeye just shoved spinach in there. And we're going to do some nice circles. So just do a nice big circle with the shoulders. Pull the scapula apart, up to the ears, block the ears. Yes, pull them back and around. Get as much movement in there, and just notice how much of the body can really get involved in this shoulder curl. 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to change direction. 1. Why are the nice exercises only 8 and the hard exercises 12? Says the little devil on one side and the angel on the other. The devil doesn't pay attention when it's a nice exercise. That's why. All right, good stuff. Arms overhead. Grab the left hand over the ear, keeping the body nice and upright, and fold over to the right side. So don't slump. Okay, long and extend, and over to the other side. Lengthen and extend. Nice one. Good work. And shake out the wrists. All right. So we are going to do the dreaded, the wonderful, the lovely leg circles. Okay. Onto your back. Arms up to the ceiling. And you can bend your knees. I'm being nice. It's much easier with bent knees because you've got more space to move. All right. We're going to take the leg extended at knee height. Okay. And we're going to do a circle there. Now the hips are going to want to move around a lot. So we're going to flatten the spine just a bit, not completely flat, just tighten it up, and we're going to do a leg circle. Now you can't see what's going on, can you? So we'll just lift the upper body up to look at the knee, drop the hands forward slightly into this position, and then we're going to look at that leg as it does a nice circle. If you've got a tired neck, you can just support it slightly. Okay, make sure the knee doesn't turn out. Make sure your stomach muscles engaged. Make sure, you know. All right, so here we go. Circle 1. Watch that left knee. 2, 3, 4. Keep those shoulders away from the ear and relax. 5, 6. Whoo. Quadriceps. 7. The muscles just above the knee. 8, 9. Roll off those shoulders. 10, 11, and 12. And we're going to just take a break. Relax the body. Whew, nice one. I'm sweating. You know I like to go both ways, so we're going to circle around the other way. Arms up to the ceiling, leg extended to 45. Curl up, break at the breastbone, which basically, it's an old Pilates term, which basically means take your breastbone and sink it down towards the pubic bone. Okay, why they say that, it's not lift your head. okay, with no movement on the ribs. It's breaking at the breastbone, so the breastbone pulls towards the pelvis, and the head just follows. Okay, there we go. Arms slightly forward, legs extended, and we're circling the other way. Ready? 1, 2. Use your stomach muscles to control the movement. 3. Don't let your arms move. 4. Come off those shoulders. 5. Pull the belly into the spine. 6. Don't turn your knee out. 7, 8, 9, 10. Make nice circle. 11 and 12, and release. I'm going to shake that right leg out completely. Okay, we haven't done leg circles like that. I find it's easier for my men, you know who you are, to do, because in this position it's very hard to maintain that leg extension. Okay, but you're still getting the benefit of the core, the shoulder stabilization, and the quadricep. The legs really working hard, especially with the right attunement. The knee facing the ceiling and not falling out or falling in. All right. I just needed a break there. Left leg extending from the knee. Arms dropping forward as we break the breastbone into a parallel position. If you need support on your neck, go ahead. I'd rather you support than suffer. Okay. Left leg circling 1. Watch that right leg falling in or falling out. Keep it still. 2. Shoulders pulling down and back. 3. Tummy. 4. 5. Try and do it with an out breath. 6. 7. 8. These last 4 are just mean. 9. 10. 11. And 12. And release. Nice one. Whew. All right. Ready for the other way. Leg extended 45. Toes pointed. Tummy in. Shoulders down. Break at the breastbone. Looking it forward. And we're going to circle the other way. Which is the other way? That way. 1. Watch that knee. 2. 3. Don't let your chin fall back. 4. 5. 6. No movement on the arms. 7. Just the leg. 8. Tuck that chin in. 9. Shoulders relaxed. 10. Whew. 11. One more. And 12. And release. And shake that leg out. Nice. Okay, so if you did keep your head up the whole time without any support, well done. Just put your hands under your head, tuck your thumbs under your ears, and then we're just going to move the neck around with our hands. Keep it nice and soft. Don't put it into any stress, but just move it around a bit. Good job. All right. Hands under the knees. Into a bug position, pull the knees towards you. Keep the chin tucked in. We're just releasing the back. And straighten out the legs. All right. Now we are going to keep the legs straight. Arms up to the ceiling. Sorry guys. You knew you had to do some of this. Okay, shoulders down and back, lengthen the back of the neck. Men, you can, if you've got if your head only goes down like this and you need support, go ahead and put a thin cushion under your head so that you can maintain a tucked in chin and eyes looking directly at the ceiling. Okay, it's no good to me if your chin's lifted in this position. That means your neck is really scrunched up. I want a nice long neck. All right, and make sure when you bring the legs up that you maintain that neck position. It wants to shorten. Arms up to the ceiling, toes pointed, knees slightly turned in because they're going to want to fall out into a fat, fleshy thigh. I speak for myself. And when you bring the right leg up, keep the shoulders level Pull the leg up as high as you can. See my chin lift there. Tummy in. If your arms start to move, you've lost the shoulder stability, okay? And take it down. Nice and long. Same leg. Lengthening it up. And long down. Don't let that left knee turn out. It's going to want to turn out. Keep it facing the ceiling. 3. Don't shorten. As this leg comes up, the other leg is pushing onto the ground. And forward. 4. I've got a cramp in my foot. And forward. 5. And down. 6. And down. 7. Keep those toes pointed, long legs. Shoulders relaxed. 8. Don't do this. Okay, don't let this leg come up as you pull this leg too high. Take it slightly forward. I want that left leg nice and strong on the ground. 10. 11. Turn that left knee in. Both of them, don't let them turn out. And last one, 12. Shorten that chin, lengthen that leg, and release. And shake that leg out. Oh, got some muscles in that leg, hey? Okay. We have to do the left leg. Okay. So arms up to ceiling, lengthen both legs, point the toes, shoulders down, long back of the neck, tummy muscles engaged slightly, breathing in, they relax, exhale, they tighten up, ribs pulling down, knees turned in, balancing on the heel, and up we go. And down. And 2. And down. Make sure those knees don't turn out. And 3. Take it as high as you can, even if it's just to there with a straight leg. Must keep the leg straight. And 4. Shoulders relaxed. Turn that right knee in. And down. Don't let that right knee give out. 5. And down. 6. And down. You're doing great. I know this is uncomfortable. 7. Tummy in, shoulders down. 8. My legs are shaking. 9. Oh, these 4. Long back of the neck, shorten that chin. Shoulders pulling down, ribs down. 10. Turn that right knee in, turn the knees in, don't let them turn out. Whew. 2 more. 11. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Don't let that leg lift off the ground, the opposite leg. Last one. 12. Fight for perfection. Lengthen. And release. Whew. And again, I'm going to just soften the spine, so I'm going to pull the hips off the ground. And we're going to relax those legs. Take the feet wide apart. Drop that right knee in. And then the left knee. And feet together, knees open, rock side to side. We're just loosening up that pelvis. Good. Nothing better to loosen up than a shoulder bridge. So, bring the feet quite close to the bum. Hip width apart, parallel. Arms up to the ceiling. Long back of the neck. Men, take your cushion away from your head, please. Flatten the spine. Curling up, keep the chin tucked in. Pressing the hips up to the ceiling. Press as far as I'll go. Arms overhead to the ground behind you. Bring them round in a circle along the ground and then take them over again. Parallel to the ground behind you and round in a half circle and parallel, palms facing each other, overhead. Keep the tummy muscles in, knees parallel. 4, over 5. It's a nice soft circle. 6, make sure your big toes on the ground. Your feet are flat on the ground. Don't lean over to the outside or inside of the foot. 7, tummy muscles in, protecting the back. Long back of the neck. 8, woo! Never mind, gluteus maximus is screaming. 9, round we go. 10, oh. 11, feels like someone stuck a cattle prod in my bottom. And 12, 3, and then you're going to roll down, keep the shoulders open and release. And we're going to get that bum. You've got to soften that glute. I don't know how to soften it. Find a happy place. Alright, let's take the arms out sideways, knees over to the right and head to the left. And over to the other side. Whew, intense. Good job. And let's just roll like a ball to get rid of any kinks we might have in our spine. Are we ready? Chin tucked, chin tucked in, chin tucked in, shoulders open, elbows open, and curling. 1, 2, 3. I hope those rolls are coming out nicely for you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Good job. Okay, we haven't done any real stomach work. We'll get to that. I just want to stretch out the upper body. So come forward, right leg tucked in, left leg outstretched, cross outside of the left knee and stretch the body. Grab hold wherever you can and just drop the chin in and relax. And change sides. Stretching the back of the legs and the upper body. Good. Alright, next exercise we're going to do, you can do it in a number of ways. Anna, if you've got your ball, you can put your ball under your hips, hands on the ground, leg lifts behind you with the leg. Mossy, if you don't want to go on the wrist, you can go on the elbows in a plank position, lifting the leg up. Everybody else, there is one more option. Okay, we're going to do it in push-up position. The last option is lying flat on your stomach and just lifting the one leg off the ground. But if you do that, keep the knee turned in, don't let it turn out. And that's fine, but keep your stomach muscles engaged, okay? So you've got so many choices here. We're going to do 8 on each leg, and then release, and then do 8 and then release and 8. It's the last tough exercise, okay? So don't quit on me. It's going to be fine. We're going to first warm up the shoulders if you're going to be doing plank or push-up position. Just going to do a few circles both ways and wrists both ways. arms extended, and we're ready. Okay, so I'm going to get into push-up position. Whatever position you've decided on, join me. Make sure when you're in that getting into that position that you've got your hands directly under your shoulders. Okay, the neck is not shortened at the back. Alright, I don't want this. I don't want that either. Support through the back of the shoulders. Right arm, right leg goes. I'm gonna slide it away. So I'm taking my socks off. Caution, sock slide. I want toe shocks. I found a shop that does it. Oh, there we go. Okie dokie. Where were we? So, perfect push-up position. You've got your knees under your hips, your shoulders above your hands. Right leg slides out, tucking the toes under, left leg slides out, and you're in your push-up position. Supported back of the neck, and we lift the leg up here. Okay, ready? And 1, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Changing legs. 1, go ahead and have a break if you need to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Knees down. And shell stretch. Nicely done. Okay, I'm going to do it next on the plank position for those that are doing it in plank. So if your plank position, onto the elbows, shoulders above the elbows, hands flat on the ground, don't turn them in like that. It doesn't support a good shoulder stability. And legs extended back. And lifting 1 and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's harder, and 8. Changing legs. 1, I'm sliding. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and release. Nice. Alright. You thought the plank way would be easier. It's not, is it? Okay. Last one, we're going to go down flat on the stomach. And you can do this in any position. I'm just showing you all 3. Cop out. Alright, so your shoulders pulled down, head on the hand, and then you're going to lift the right leg up. Keeping as much stability on the hip as possible. Okay, tummy muscles pulled in, shoulders down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Changing legs. 1, don't let that knee turn out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. And up into your shell stretch. Reaching back, stretching the spine. Good. I'm coming back to shoulder release. Alright, so that was hard work. Whether you're doing it in the plank position or the push-up position, those shoulders had to work very hard. So keeping the head level, just pull one shoulder up, drop it down, alternate. Good, both together, down, lift, down, lift. And now circle. Good, and shake it out. The wrists too can get a bit of a workout. Good, extend that left arm, palm towards the ceiling, pull the fingers back gently, keeping it at shoulder height so don't drop it. Lengthen out that spine, get nice and tall, shoulders back, and gently pull on those fingers, stretching the wrist. Good. Turn the thumbs down and pull the thumb to the wrist. A nice stretch in the front of the hand. And release. Right arm outstretched, palm up, pulling the fingers back gently, lengthen out that spine, tummy muscles in, and pull back on those fingers. Good. Thumbs down, thumb to the wrist. Nice. Legs extended out in front of you, toes pointed, roll forward, grab it on wherever you can, drop the head in, and just stretch. Good. And release. Right hand over the left shoulder. Press in from the very top of the neck towards the skull, along that left side of the spine. Just press in nicely all along into the muscles of the shoulder to the very point, and then drag across the body. Left arm over up to the base of the spine, along the spine on the right hand side, along the muscles to the point and across the body. Hands behind the back, stretch those shoulders back and release. Good job. Feet together, knees open and dropping forward, stretching the pelvis and the back. And release. Excellent stuff. Let's go and swing. I'm going to move my camera down for up a bit. There we go. Whew. All right. First off, let's just swing side to side, getting nice and loose after that intense workout. Shoulders and both arms overhead, stretch up to the ceiling, reach chin back, stretch the front of the body, stick your bum out, and then coming into your crash position, bending the knees, hugging the knees, head tucked in. Overhead, stretching the front of the body, and crash again, rounding up. Last one. And we're going to swing. Arms up overhead. Ready, hands swinging. Beautiful. And release. Excellent stuff. Excuse me. Turn the heat off and it's cold now. Alright, well that was a fun workout, I think. Really moved through all the movements, lengthening of the spine, stability of the hips. If your hips feel a bit tender, just be gentle with yourself. Remember to stretch tomorrow morning. You should be fine. Arms are a bit tired. Excellent stuff. I love that post-workout feeling, don't you? Well, how are you going to celebrate it? A cup of coffee, a cup of tea, piece of toast. However you do, enjoy this rainy weather. Thank you so much for joining me and for being a part of my team. I love what I do, and I hope you're finding benefit and staying with the program. Can't wait to see you all again. Lots and lots of love, and see you soon. Bye. Dee-doo.